Alright, it is Thursday, December 13, 2018 at 12:45 p.m. Let's take a look at some headlines. Alright, woman who was unwittingly used an HIV ad awarded $125,000. Avril Nolan, who does not have HIV, was devastated when an acquaintance sent her a copy of the ad from the newspaper AM New York back in 2013. A woman whose picture was used in an HIV ad campaign saying, "I am positive," without her knowledge, has been awarded $125,000 in damages. Avril Nolan, who does not HIV, was devastated when an acquaintance sent her a copy from an ad in newspaper AM New York back in 2013. The quarter-page ad from the New York State Division of Human Rights featured a large picture of her, with "I am positive and I have rights" written across it. That is so sad to hear somebody getting a fake advertisement saying that she had HIV on it. At least she got compensated through the court system. Alright, next. NASA's InSight takes its first selfie. This is NASA's InSight's first selfie on Mars. It displays the lander's solar panels on deck. On top deck are its science instruments, weather sensors, and UHF antenna. The selfie was taken on December 6, 2018. That is pretty sweet that they're already taking selfies with that lander on Mars. Alright, next. Virgin Galactic to attempt flight to space this week. Virgin Galactic plans to perform the next test flight on its Spaceship Two suborbital spaceplane as soon as December 13, a flight that could be the first by the vehicle to reach at least one definition of space. In December 11th statement, the company said the new power test flight of VSS Unity, the second Spaceship Two, is planned for a window that opens December 13th from the Mojave Air and Spaceport in California. The flight will be the fourth powered flight for its vehicle since July. The statement came shortly after the publication of airspace restrictions in the vicinity of the airport for rocket launch and recovery of December 13th to the 15th. So, Virgin Galactic to attempt that, taking that plane out there to outer space. Alright, next. Fentanyl surpasses heroin as drugs most often involved in deadly overdoses. Fentanyl is now the drug most frequently involved in overdose deaths in the U.S., according to the National Vital Statistics System published Wednesday from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. The report sheds a bright light on the changing nature of America's drug landscape and the devastating number of overdose deaths that have occurred in the U.S. in recent years. Back in 2011, oxycodone was the drug most commonly linked to overdose deaths, starting in 2012 and lasting until 2015. Heroin surpassed painkillers to become the drug most often involved, but then fentanyl, a synthetic opioid pain reliever, 50 to 100 times more powerful than morphine, infiltrated the American drug supply, what the CDC calls the third wave of the opioid epidemic. By 2016, overdose deaths involving fentanyl had become more common than any other. And that is so sad that so many people are dying because of these drugs. Say no to drugs, guys. Alright, guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. God bless.